you watch the Olympics enough and you read enough articles about the Olympics, you're sure to hear the idea of marginal gains or the 1%, and accumulating 1% gains in enough areas to make a big difference. This is an idea I believe was popularized in Great Britain, and especially around like their cycling team, which has done very well in the last 2 Olympics. On the other hand, you will see other coaches referring to the big rocks. So as opposed to worrying about kind of the 1% gains kind of on the periphery, the real central tenets of a training program. What are the most important things that one can improve to perform better, at their given sport or their given skill. And the more, I watch YouTube videos and look at the training that's done by some teams and some trainers and coaches and players and so on and so forth, it really looks like we're going after those 1% gains, but we're ignoring the big rocks. So we're working on, a triple move off the dribble into, a floater, but we still can't shoot a basketball. And to me, being able to shoot is a big rock. Being quick, moving, forward and laterally, that's a big rock. Being strong enough, having being able to jump and land correctly. To me, these are big rocks. Having the ability to finish with both hands, to use both hands with the dribble, to make decisions, these are the big rocks. And there's very few players who have mastered those big rocks. And instead, we have, players who are, going over after that, last 1%, of improving, their endurance, or, trying to get 1 more inch on their vertical jump when they can already jump, 35, 38 inches. But again, they can't shoot, or they can't, dribble with both hands, or they can't make a left-handed layup. And so too often I think, especially in an age where there's so much individual practice and individual training and private coaches, and players are pulled by a private coach and an AAU coach and a high school coach and maybe a strength coach as well, and they're getting pulled in so many directions, and people have to justify their worth and their value to players. I think a lot of the things that end up being used are more about marketing, and kind of proving one's worth, or doing something unusual or different that the player can't get anywhere else. Whereas if a private coach says, all right, we're going to shoot, and I want you to take this shot, and we're just going to work for an hour on 15-foot, more or less, plus or minus, jump shots to work on your shooting, or we're going to work on contested shooting with 2 people, something like that. Then I think players are like, that's, anybody can do that. And I want to go do the, dribble 2 balls, picking up a tennis ball, throwing a weighted ball drill, because that's neat, it's new, and in some ways this has value because, some of these are fun and they motivate players to practice, which is a good thing. But if you're spending, more of your time engaged in these 1% drills and less in the kind of 98% drills or the big rocks, are you really developing the right skills? How often in a game are you going to come down and make a, triple move into a floater versus how many times are you going to shoot, a catch and shoot jump shot? So, what are the more important drills to be working on, or what are the more important skills to be practicing, and how can you best use your time to improve those skills, and how can we spend more time on, the big rocks, the ones that make up the majority of the game, and maybe supplement those with, marginal games around the sides, to have more fun or be creative, or to just change up the training to keep it fresh, something like that. But focusing most of our time on the big rocks.